Welcome to Getting Real with John Natale. I'm your host today, guys, John Natale, to discuss business planning for 2025, how to actually business plan correctly. So one, you don't waste your time, but two, so you can get the highest chance of executing on that plan and having an unreal 2025. This episode today is a build off of the last two, where we are getting you ready for 2025. 2025, the work starts now, okay? There is no doubt about it. If you start now, execute now, you will have a much better, improved, best year ever in 2025. It could be any of those, but the work starts now. I know we have Halloween coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas. We have all the holidays, last quarter of the year. Whether this year was your best year yet, your worst year yet, or something in between, no matter what, right now is when the work starts for 2025. And that's why I'm doing all these episodes of Getting Real right now rather than in the beginning of 2025. Okay, the work starts now, and let's get after it. Before we dive in, though, I have to take a second to thank you for one, just listening to this podcast. I still, to this day, don't know why people listen, but they do, and I love it. I love spreading this message. My big mission at all of our Natale companies, especially here at Getting Real, is to fundamentally redesign the real estate industry. So less agents fail, more agents find the life of their dreams, and everyone who puts in the work is successful. I've spent far too long in this business seeing agents come in and out, come in and out, come in, come out from a complete lack of leadership in the industry, at the brokerage level, at the team level, everything. And that's why I started this. That's why I started putting out content. That's why I started this message, this podcast, everything that Natale is about for real estate agents. If you could take this one step further and share this episode with a friend, say, hey, let's sit down and business plan together. If they're recipient of that text, go and actually business plan with someone who sent this to you. They want to do the work. They want you to do the work. They want you both to level up for 2025. If you could share this episode to your Instagram story, your TikTok story, anything to continue to spread the message, I'd so greatly appreciate you. Take a second just to rate us 5 stars wherever you're listening. Smash the like button, subscribe to us, all of those great things. Whatever you can do to help further this mission, I'd be so much more appreciative of you. And if you want to take it a step further, there's no requirement. If you want to take this a step further, if you love everything I talk about, everything we're growing about, our Natale Coaching nationwide, actually worldwide company is now over 50 agents across the country. 50 agents, guys. In less than a year, we've gotten to over 50 agents in our coaching program. If you want to change the real estate industry, if you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself, if you want to have people who want to grow their personal brand just like you do, if you want to work with people that want to build an attraction magnet business where people in the community come up to you and say, hey, are you that guy? Are you that girl? Are you that lady? Are you that woman? You're that man I see all the time. Hey, I love everything you're doing. Hey, I'm going to be looking to move in the spring. Come over and list my house. Would you like to pick up the phone and someone be like, hey, I've been watching you on social media for the last 6 months and I absolutely love everything you do. I'm going to be buying a house. Here's what I'm looking for. Let's meet and let's discuss it. If that's something you are interested in, go to natalecoaching.com. Look through what we do. All the pricing, everything's there. You can book a call way down at the bottom directly with me, okay? Directly with me. It's free. There's no obligation. Just to discuss some of your options and see if what we're doing at Natale Coaching could be for you. And if you are here in New Jersey and you're looking for a great real estate company to join, we belong to almost every MLS here in New Jersey. We're based out of Monmouth County. We have an unbelievable 100% commission model. All the information is down below. Click the link, fill out the questionnaire. I'll get back to you and we can discuss the opportunity here at Natale. Now for today, let's talk business planning and how to actually business plan properly for 2025. Very similar to last week's marketing plan. This is going to be part class, part teaching, part practical, tactical. Just get down and do the work and you will see something great for your business. This is a podcast you can definitely listen to while driving, gives you some ideas, but definitely something you're going to want to come back to and or just wait until you're at a moment where you can be in front of a computer, have a pen and paper with you so you could write down some notes on how to business plan properly. Having a proper business plan, just like your marketing plan, is vital to having success. Here's what I found. I had mild levels of success just kind of winging it. And that's how 98% of real estate agents get by. They just wing it. They wake up every year. They say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Hopefully the business comes. Maybe it does some years. Maybe it doesn't some other years. But having a plan and then executing the plan is what brings you lasting and sustainable success. And when I started doing this in my business, that's when everything changed. That's when everything changed. I went from just waking up in the spring, starting to sell houses, close them out, make money in the summer, make money in the fall, rest for the holidays, repeat, recycle year after year. When I started looking at my business as an actual business and doing these things, everything changed. So your business plan is very similar to your marketing plan. Just pull up a damn document and just start writing. And I'm going to give you the bullet points of what you need to put in your business plan so you can print this out, put it in a folder, have it with you just alongside your marketing plan. Because the reality is, if you have a plan and you execute on at least part of that plan, all of that plan, past that plan, you will end up in a much better place than if you have no plan at all. We all know that. It's just, do we actually want to sit down and do this work? I'm telling you to sit down and do this work, and you will see it work for your life in 2025. The first part of a business plan is to, literally, number one, business goals. Next week's episode is going to be on goal planning. However, I'm going to give you a very brief tidbit of that goal planning when it comes to your business. You don't want just broad goals. I want to make $100,000. You want SMART goals. And SMART is an acronym. You need goals that are specific. You need goals that are measurable. You need goals that are achievable. You need goals that are relevant. And you need goals that are timely. Those 5 aspects make up SMART business goals. Okay, saying I want to make $100,000 is not a SMART business goal. And the reason I'm saying that is real simple. If you just say, hey, I want to make $100,000, if you sell one house where the commission is $100,000, but you typically have to sell 30 houses to make $100,000, did you really have that successful of a year? That's why the specific nature matters. You want to make sure they're achievable and measurable. All these things are so important. But the first thing you're going to do is write down your business goals for 2025. That's the first part of a business plan. The second part of your business plan is, what is your value proposition? What are you actually helping people achieve, and how are you doing it? What is special about you? I will tell you mine. When I meet with a seller or a buyer or anybody and they say, hey, John, like, what do you do different? When a seller asks me that, I look them dead in the eyes. And I tell them, no one in my market will get as many eyeballs organically on your property as I will. Nobody will get you as many eyeballs organically on your property as I will. Nobody has the reach that our company has in marketing and advertising your home, and here's directly how. Our social media presence alone, between myself and the agents at our company, when we go to post your house online, we will get it organically in front of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people outside of everybody else. So the typical agent will throw this house on Zillow, it'll be on homes.com, realtor.com, the MLS, all these different things. And I show them, I pull up the typical listing, has 4,000 views on Zillow, 1,200 views on realtor.com, 800 views on homes.com. And I say, that's where most agents stop. And then I pull up my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, all these different things, and say, here's walkthrough tours I do of your house, here's our marketing, and look how many eyeballs we get. And then I peel that back and say, how does that strategy actually help you? And I talk about the amount of people that come to our listings from our social media directly and say, nobody else will do this for you. That's a huge value prop, right? I've established in my market that no one has a social media presence like I do for if they list with me. If you are a buyer, one of my huge value props is that we list a lot of homes at our company. We're not sitting back and just relaxing. We're out there. We have a huge social media presence, so a lot of people reach out to us about a house to sell. If you are looking to buy with us, there's a good chance we may be able to get you in the door before it hits the market. That's valuable to a buyer. These don't have to be your value props, but these are mine just to give you an example. Write down your value prop in a 1 or 2 sentence item. This is not a 7-paragraph value prop, so you could literally just almost regurgitate it, right? Just blurt it out when people say, well, why work with you? Why work with Sharon? Why work with Billy? Why work with Chuck? These are the reasons why. Write down your actual value proposition. So many people in real estate, if your value prop is because I have a real estate license, you're fucked. Excuse my French, but you're fucked. You need to get serious about having a great value proposition. Is part of your value proposition that you donate 10% back to charity? 10% of every single closing, 10% of our profit goes to X charity. Childhood kids with cancer, childhood hunger, the dog rescue in town. It doesn't matter what the cause is, but part of that could be your value prop. The most important thing is step number 2, your business plan, write down that value prop. Number 3 is to define your target audience. Who are you trying to actually work with? Man, how many people struggle at this? Number 1, if you're brand new to the industry, you kind of write down who you would like to work with. I'd love to work with first-time homebuyers. I'd love to work with downsizing seniors. I'd love to work with people stepping up into my neighborhood. Write it down. If you've done business for at least a few years, who are your typical clients? And do you like working with those people? If you've worked with plenty of young families and you love working with young families, that's your target audience. That's how you start to identify it. But you could also switch your target audience. You don't necessarily have to say, because I work with young families, maybe now at this phase of my career, I want to do Gen X buying their last house. You may say, I want to help boomers out. It really doesn't make a difference, but starting to really define your target audience is the most important part of this step of your business plan. Write down your target audience, have it in front of you, who you want to be working with, who you typically work with. This will help you. This will help you immensely. If you went back to some of my content, especially on TikTok and Instagram, I had a great video about 3 ChatGPT. Does anybody else struggle with that? ChatGPT prompts to give. And one of them was take your target audience, say who you are, how long you've been doing real estate, who your target audience is, and have it help you identify how to market and advertise and put yourself in front of those people. You need your target audience though, and this step is really, really important right after your value prop. Number 4 part of your business plan is what you did last week, your marketing plan. Have that together. That is part of your business plan for 2025. I'm not going to mention much further than that because there's a whole episode diving into exactly what to put into your marketing plan, but pull that and make it part of your business plan. Number 5 thing in your business plan that is a requirement and probably the biggest part of how people actually business plan is your deal plan. So what I mean by deal plan is you're going to break down what is your typical home price that you typically sell, how much is your typical commission, and then you're going to look at how much money you want to earn this year. And then you're going to backtrack the math. So say your typical commission is $10,000 after everything is said and done, just to make these numbers easy. You want to make $100,000. How many houses are you going to need to sell? 10. That is reconstructing the math on how much you actually want to earn and how much your typical commission is. If you're brand new to real estate, probably start with a little bit less than the median price in your area. If the median price like it is here is high, so in our area, the median price is around $750,000. I'd probably say around $600 if I was in my first year, $550, $600, and do the math on that. If you know you've been doing this for 10 years, 15 years, even the last 3-4 years, you've adapted with some of these changes, you're absolutely crushing right now, you know you get 3% on every single deal and every typical house you sell is $1 million, then you can backtrack your math pretty easily. If you're brand new, I would go slightly under the median for your first business plan for 2025, and then you see what happens. If you know you're going to be catering only to a luxury audience, and that audience is going to be $8 million properties, then hey, make that part of your business plan. But again, what I would suggest most people do is take the median, go a little bit less if you're early in your career, and if not, then go back the last few years and then crunch your numbers. What does the typical house go for in your area? What do you typically sell? How many do you typically sell? What is your typical commission? And then that is how you get the math for how much money you want to make in 2025. And it's really important, depending on your commission split with your broker, to do this based on the number of what you want to make, right? You could say $100,000 in GCI, $200,000 in GCI, $1 million in GCI. But again, backtrack it to what you actually want to make because it's going to be important over these next last few steps of your business plan. The number 6 thing, what systems do you want to implement? Put this in your business plan from realistically now until the end of 2025. What systems in your business do you want to build? Do you want to build a buyer-seller process where every single step of a transaction, your clients are getting automatic documents sent to them with exactly what to expect in that phase of the contract? Do you want to build a beautiful onboarding process for new team members, new brokerage members? Do you want to build an unbelievable customer retention model, a new system for reaching out, a new CRM drip? What do you actually want to build out over the next year? Put that in your business plan. Have a plan around what systems you're going to build. I will tell you the biggest reason I have found success is the systems I've built in my business. It does not happen overnight. I even just look at our coaching company and the difference of a new coaching client coming in now versus a coaching client who started with me a year ago when this started. It's insanely different. So please start writing down what kind of systems do you think you want to build over the next year and put in your business plan. Number 7, what are you building for client retention? How are you making the client experience better? This kind of goes hand in hand with systems, but what exactly are you doing to make the experience of buying, selling, investing, renting, doing something in real estate better for your clients? This could look a variety of different ways. It's part of that systems, but I think it's its own label here. And I've always labeled it different because I want to be focused on how are you going to make your clients' lives better, easier, more stress-free, and really just help them better. That's the reality. If you go out there and you say, how am I going to make it better for my clients? Having that mindset and writing down a few ideas in your business plan is super important, and it will be super helpful in 2025. And the last piece of your business plan for 2025 is professional development. What events are you going to? Conferences? What are you doing to help yourself? Are you getting involved in coaching? Are you going to go to masterminds? Are you going to start teaching? Are you going to start doing something yourself? What are you doing to develop yourself professionally? Have a plan around it. Your business needs it. You need it. The only way you're going to grow is by developing yourself. Get into some professional development events. Start to plan them now for 2025. And that's down to budgeting for them. That's down to looking at your calendar and saying, okay, I need to plan my flights by X date. And I'm going to leave you with this. It's not solidified yet, but I want you to hopefully put in your business plan some sort of Natale retreat, Natale mastermind happening in the spring of 2025 here in New Jersey. We are going to keep everyone posted on that, but I want it to go in your business plan, because if you've been following this podcast, whether you're in our coaching company or not, whether you're an agent at our company, no matter what, whether you're already connected or not, I want you considering coming to a professional event that we're going to throw if you love everything we put out there. Put your professional development, have it in your business plan. These are the 8 things, guys. These are the 8 things you need from the top to the bottom for your business plan for 2025. If you implement them, if you write them down now and you execute a good amount, all of it or more of it, you will have the best year you've ever had in real estate.